The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Michie Stadium, home of the Army Black Knights. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Wolverines will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Army's offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Looking for a man. It's Moses. Fakes to grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Black Knights started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. They're going to go for it with a couple of good options here. Get it to the 1, you get the first down. Get it farther, you get the touchdown. Touchdown, Army! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight... and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators and defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
And the third down pass is incomplete. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to throw, it's Moses. He's looking deep. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Black Knights will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Now the play fake. He makes the catch with the officials right on top of it, signaling out of bounds. A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this third down. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wants to throw. It's Moses. That's caught. It's Locker. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After that last completion, it's second down. The play action fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And he loses the football on the return. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Off play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He breaks a tackle. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Back to throw, it's Moses. And the timing just a hair off.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Black Knights line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got him down quickly after the pick, but man, do you have to take care of the ball down here, and they didn't. They'll mark it at the 27. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going to the ground. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Right back to it. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Absolute shank. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. So here comes the Michigan offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the 1st play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Mikey Stadium, alive. A wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on 3rd down. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go. Motion from the wideout. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Wide open downfield. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. They'll give it to the back. He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Power football with the run. Plows through the defense. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. More than enough time in the pocket, and he fires left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Looking to fire. Big guy smells it. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense.
Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. The Black Knights in the hurry up. To the air, it's Moses. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And down he goes back at the 3. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And to get rid of it quickly.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
They'll send the back in motion. Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Black Knights. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. They pick up half of it. It'll be second and 5. No huddle here for the offense. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete to the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this third down. Here's the Heat. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Wants to return it. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Quick release on the RPO. And the Black Knights want to pick up the tempo. To throw, it's Moses. Hines is back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Black Knights lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Going for it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in West Point for an entertaining first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Hudson inside venerable Michie Stadium.
He'll start this third quarter with a run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. But it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Wolverines are on the move. They'll leave it with him. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. It's caught. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. The give on the inside.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure. He gets a hand on it.
And man, did you see that defender climb the ladder? How high did he jump to block that field goal? That was amazing.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They go to the ground. Fights off a defender. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
On the option. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
It's complete. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 2 to Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Parking the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Picks up the first down. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Mikey Stadium, alive. A wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on 3rd down. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Might want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Way to bounce back, kicker. Obviously, this guy already had a kick block earlier in the game, and he answers by kicking a bomb through the uprights. Well done.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Moses. Here's the pressure. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Gets away from one, he's got space. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Lofts one high and deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Split backs here. He'll try the left side. Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play. The Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Moses. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. The offense changing the play. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Black Knights will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The lookout over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The Wolverines will punt it away on fourth down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Here's the give off the left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Moses. Caught. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Black Knights send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Throws to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. Punt is in the air. Now on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Black Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Finds the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
To the air, it's Moses. Makes the grab on the left. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
The Black Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. Got it, looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Black Knights back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Moses. Firing to the right, complete. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll try to get it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Locker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Quarterback Steve trying to power his way ahead for a few. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. And it's good after the earlier miss. Redemption and celebration after the game winner. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.